So guys, the time has come. It's the Pro Staff Classic versus the RF1 Pro. So we're gonna do this a little bit differently to normal. You know, I normally score them out of 10 for things like aesthetic, control and feel, spin and power. We're gonna keep the same categories, but we're just gonna decide which racket wins each category. So it's out of 7, you know, the maximum points they can get is 7. And it just means that there can be no draws. There's only going to be one winner. So let's get to the baseline and test them out. Can't forget my All Things Tennis branded dampener in there. Got to show the sponsors off a little bit, even though I only use the Wilson ones. And we're going to start off with the RF1 Pro. Specs, 98 square inch head, 320 grams in weight, 16-19 string pattern. Things to note about this racket is it is not a Pro Staff, even though Federer is now using it. It is definitely not a Pro Staff. It's not the same feel. It's more powerful, more of a boomstick. So it's actually been a long time since I've hit with this thing. So we're gonna go and give it a go. Let's do it. So it's strung at 55 pounds with Lynx Tour, and it's in a 130 gauge. Feels pretty nice. Actually, it's a little bit better than I remember, to be honest. Like, I just remember hitting the ball and it flew. So it's a completely different ball path to the Pro Staff. You know, the launch angle's higher. You know, it's a little bit easier to generate power. Obviously, a little bit less control comes with that. But like I say, no racket is a magic wand. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty easy to get the depth. The problem that I've had with this racket is in the beginning, I was so hyped to hit with it, you know, really liked it, kind of gave me things that the Pro Staff didn't. But then as I was hitting with it more and more, I started to find like a few holes in it, like the ball would occasionally fly and I just didn't like it. It didn't always feel like I could, you know, gain control over it. So I'm gonna hit with the Pro Staff for a minute, compare the two. So obviously the Pro Staff strung with 4G. I'm gonna get rinsed about that in the comments and the fact that I can't take a dampener out. But it's a Pro Staff. I know what it feels like with any string. Been using it since I was a kid, since I was 13. Right, let's give it a whirl. Love the new aesthetic. Feels a joke in the hand as well. Okay, interesting. I mean, straight away you can see the ball's got a flatter trajectory. It's like a lot more unforgiving as well. Definitely a few more rough connections that aren't exactly in the middle of the sweet spot. But once you middle it, feeling's incredible. I don't need to hit with it for too long. I know what it feels like. So from the baseline, very tough decision. Do I want control, precision? Do I want power, more spin, more forgiveness? And I think in these reviews, I can't just be thinking about myself, you know, because I'm gonna pick the Pro Staff every time for everything. So I'm gonna go with the RF1 Pro from the baseline, so it's 1-0. May as well keep things interesting. Next category is power. Let's give them a go. Whoa. Oh yeah. I mean, this is powerful, but it's just because it's got weight behind the ball. So it's powerful in a different way to most rackets. It's like the ball kind of, you know, goes through the court heavier. It's not coming off the racket necessarily that much quicker. Yeah, I just love this racket. Try and test it out a little bit. Give it a few more MPHs. Oh, that would look so good. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the most powerful racket on the market. I mean, who am I kidding? I can't say a Pro Staff's that powerful. But again, it's powerful in a different way. It's like weight behind the ball, you can trust it a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, straight away, you can just tell that this has got a little bit more weight behind it. It's popping through the ball a little bit. Oh yeah. Here we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and turn it up a little bit, put a bit more heat on these groundies. Silly. Is it too late to switch? I think we know which one is going to win from, you know, a power perspective. It's obviously going to be the RF1 Pro. So at the minute it's 2-0 to the RF1 Pro, but there's still some big categories, you know, awaiting. So hold your horses, don't go anywhere too soon. All right, control and feel. I mean, a Pro staff is pretty hard to beat when it comes to feel and control. I mean, this thing is just on another level. I mean, it's so precise, so pinpoint. I just feel like I can be, you know, really accurate, and I don't have to try too hard, especially for things like the slice. Just find the baseline. Very, very easy. Find my range with it almost instantly. Yeah, look at that. I mean, just super accurate. Peppering the baseline over there. Apart from that one, really went for it. You know what, is there any point in even hitting with the RF1 Pro for control and feel? We'll give it a go, we'll give it a chance. Yeah. I mean, it's all right. Bloody hell. Hit the frame more with this thing than I do with the Pro staff. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not obviously the worst racket I've ever hit with for control and feel, but it's just not as good as the Pro staff. So, 2-1, Pro staff for control and feel. Spin generation, RF1 Pro. I mean, it's definitely easier to generate more spin with the RF1 Pro than the Pro staff. I mean, it's just pretty obvious, isn't it? Like thicker beam. Yeah, I'm really getting the ball to jump on the other side. Like I say, again, just that control element for me is missing slightly, but doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, definitely getting a lot of revs up the back of the ball. I wouldn't say that it's really kicking off massively, but it's still pretty good. Definitely hit with you know, better rackets for generating spin, but compared to the Pro staff, I think it's going to perform a little bit better. Yeah, let's give it a go. I mean, not typically the best racket for spin. Yeah, I mean, the launch angle is just a lot lower, a lot harder to get the ball to jump. Obviously less margin for error as well. It's gonna have to be the RF1 Pro again. Jeez, 3-1. Only one more point and it takes it. Shit. But this is where things are about to change, because we're gonna take them both to the net. We're gonna see how they volley. I've just got a feeling that this is where the Pro staff is gonna start to take over, because volleying with this thing is unreal. So crisp, so smooth, like butter when you get it right. Well, butter's like smooth, isn't it? All right, let's start with the Pro staff. Let's give it a whirl. I told my hitting partner to really test me out here. Lace it at me. Hey, hey, hey. Oh yeah. Actually forgot I was supposed to be speaking then, because I was having such a good time with this thing. No, it's just so dreamy to hit with at the net. I mean, path of the ball is just so straight, so direct. You know, the ease of getting depth, you know, is just awesome. Rubbish. Good hitting, really good hitting. Ay-ya. Aye. Yeah, I mean, hands down, one of my favourite rackets to volley with of all time. Pro Staff Classic does not disappoint at the net. Let's see the RF1, see what it's got. This was never really my favourite racket to volley with. I was expecting a lot more at the net from this, but we'll see. Hey. Sorry. Hey. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I just don't feel like it's as solid on the impact. I don't feel like I can control it and trust it as much as the Pro Staff. So, volleying, I'm gonna have to award that point to the Pro Staff, I think. Hands down, the best racket. Probably the best racket on the market for volleying, I'd say at the minute. Unreal. It's actually quite a bold claim. It's one of the best rackets on the market for volleying. What's next? Let me just turn this camera around. Let me show the people what we're dealing with.
This is my outfit.
Look at that. That's winter time in England for you. Anyway, back to the rackets. Aesthetic for me is important. If you look good, you feel good. I think it's the same with rackets. So out of these two, I think they're pretty difficult to separate in terms of aesthetic. I think the RF1 is, you know, more inconspicuous, it's classier, it's kind of in your face without being in your face, you know what I mean? It's subtle.
It's classic but understated.
It's classic but understated, as Ella says. It's a little bit more of a throwback, so you've got all these kind of classic touches. You know, when I'm looking at it, I'm just kind of looking at these little red and yellow stripes here from the old Pro Staff 85. I'm looking at the PS at the top there from the 2003 Pro Staff, the 90 that Federer won Wimbledon with. And there's just all these little callbacks, do you know what I mean? Like the Pro Staff in the retro. I'm just thinking it looks so cool, and it's perfect for a racket nerd, it's perfect for a Federer fan. Even though this is Federer's racket, you know, it just doesn't feel like it's got as much life as this has, you know? This kind of really feels like you're holding kind of a piece of history in your hand. Yeah, a piece of Roger. A lot more kind of classic. Even though this is cool, I think this is hands down the winner of the aesthetic. So, would you look at that? They're tied at 3-all going into the points with serve. Let's warm that shoulder up. The ultimate professionals that we are, we've just been kicked off the court. So we've moved into the bubble. Obviously slightly different surface. It's not going to affect things too much because obviously we're putting the rackets against the rackets. So time for some points with serve. Going to start with the RF1 Pro. Yeah, that heavy spin coming in pretty handy there. Just dipping it back in the court. It's okay, baby. Hey. 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 Good ball. Hey. Hey. Yeah, very easy to get the ball up and down, a lot of spin. The difficulty is when, you know, you catch it slightly off the middle, it's a little bit more unpredictable. When I first got hold of this racket back in 2024, I think it came out, I was so pumped to play with it. Obviously I was, you know, using the RF97 at the time. I thought, you know, this could be my new racket, and I hit with it and I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun to play with. Obviously it's Federer's new racket. You know, I'm obviously really pumped to kind of get hold of one and that sort of thing. And it just didn't really do it for me. There was something missing from it. In the points there, it felt a lot better. It felt actually quite nice. But we're gonna see how the Pro Staff performs compared to it. And then at the end, I'm gonna give you a little in-depth breakdown. And straight away, the serve accuracy is just so much more pinpoint. Hey. Hey. That was a really good point. No, it's very good. You hit the baseline twice. No, it's like I thought it was going to go long, and then it like shot off the baseline, and then exactly the same happened again. Good point. Vamos. That was ridiculous. I'm gonna get frostbite. Look at me, I'm going purple over here. So I've just finished the play test with the Pro Staff Classic versus the RF1 Pro. Came right down to the wire at the end there. We were 3-all before we entered the points with serve round. And to be honest, I was enjoying playing with the RF1 Pro far more than I had done previously. I don't know if that's because I've improved or what, but at the end of the day, these rackets are aimed at more advanced players. The weight, the head size, you know, they are more for advanced players. There's no getting around it. Obviously, massive Federer fans as well, don't forget that. If you're going to use these, then you're probably a Federer fanboy, which we've got no problems with, you know, no discrimination. Everything's allowed on the channel. But we do have to find a winner. We do have to separate these two. And for me, there is only one clear winner when it came to the points with the serve. So it's going to have to go to the Pro Staff Classic. I think that I could trust this more. There was more control, more all-court playability and versatility. So, you know, when I was coming forward to the net, far more feel, far more trust in the volleys. You know, returning, I could kind of predict it a little bit more where the ball was going to end up. With the RF1 Pro, I was getting more power, more spin. You know, it's probably a little bit more fun to play with at times. But when I got into the points, I just didn't trust it as much. And I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. When you're playing with a racket, you need to trust it. You need to have belief in it. And for me, that's the Pro Staff Classic. I just think that, you know, if you are a Federer fan, you are an advanced player, you know, you're looking for something with more kind of control and feel, then the Pro Staff just does the job so well. Not to say that this isn't a good racket. It definitely has a place. I think that if you're looking for more power, you're looking for more pop, then obviously this is decent as well. So as ever, guys, massive thank you for watching. If you haven't done already, smash that subscribe button. It massively helps me out. Give the video a like, send it to your friends, send it to your mum, and join me next time.